Independence Push Day. Let's get it. All right, guys, we were at West Main today, and it was beautiful. It's hot. There's no AC, and I posted this exact workout on my Instagram, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and someone said, hey, can you please film this for YouTube? So I said, you know what? Let's do it. So we filmed this entire session exactly how I posted it. At least the chest portion, I didn't post what I did for shoulders and triceps, but we're going to go through the whole push day today of chest, shoulders, and triceps. To start us off, high cable crossover. I did 4 or 5 warm-up and feeder sets, combined total, just sets of 10 to 15, just trying to get my chest full of blood, shoulders warmed up, and I was ready. There's no AC in here, so it doesn't take a lot to get sweating, get my joints feeling good. So worked up to 80 pounds on each mini stack, and from there, go to absolute failure, drop it 3 holes to 50, go to failure, drop it 2 holes to 30, and just really focus on squeezing my chest. That last mini set, what I'm thinking about here is just as much contraction, force as much blood into my pecs as I can, and just burn them the freak out. So after that pre-exhaust of the high cable crossover, next up is I'm going to do alternating sets of this roller fly for 8 to 12, and then slowly walk over, put my wrist wraps on, and do incline dumbbell press. So this is, I would consider a moderate incline. This isn't a slight like I normally see me do. This is more of a moderate, somewhere around 45 to 35 degrees. So what I want to think about with these roller flies, if you notice I'm scooping them down. This is for my lower pecs. So I'm kind of like coming up to about shoulder line and then kind of scooping down and around, thinking lower pecs, full contraction and shorten. So do 8 to 12 there. Then again, just take my time, put some chalk on my hands, because again, I'm dripping sweat at this point, so make sure you chalk your hands so the weights won't drop out. Put on my wrist wraps for my rubble, and then I'm just crushing reps. Look at this control. Everything is focused. This is all upper pecs, guys. It is not just exploding like you normally see me do on this incline dumbbell. It's just really precise, because coming off of this alternating set of doing essentially 2 flies, one with the pre-exhaust and then the one before it, I don't really want to just roll through reps. I really want to fill and squeeze my pecs. So I think I ended up getting 9 there with the 125s. Then I just simply walked right back over to the cable stack, lowered the weight, and drilled contraction. And if you notice on the very last rep, I held the stretch for a 10 count. And I'm telling you, at this point, my chest is rocked. From there, I took a flat bench, propped it up on the deadlift platform, so I'm only getting about, I don't know, 2 to 3 inches of raise there, so a very slight decline. And if you notice on these reps, guys, I'm sinking them down. I'm getting a great stretch and then firing almost all the way to contraction. I'm squeezing my pecs. So again, worked up to the 115s. I did 2 sets before the one Chaz filmed. So those are just, again, trying to fill my chest, stretch, contract, stretch, contract. That was volume. Now this last set is what I would consider the work. So do as many as I can. I think ended up getting 9, maybe 10. I think it was 10. And then again, just take my time, chalk on my hands, wrist wraps on, and I'm over there to the higher inclined Swiss bar incline press. So I don't have a ton of weight on here, but with all the work I've done before it, 185 is more than enough. And just balancing that on my wrist just always feels awkward. I've never been great at Swiss bar press, but you notice I'll let these drop down, sink, and get a big stretch. The great thing I like about this is it has a neutral grip, so I can really focus on opening those pecs up and then firing up. Like, I love this. I think I ended up getting 725 on my last rotation. I did, again, 3 total rotations of that sequence. Now, to finish up my chest portion of the day, I did doing banded stretch push-ups. So with the red band X across my back, I did failure. Then I removed the band, go to failure, and then I jumped up to the dip bar, and I think I got a measly 8 reps of dips. After I finished that, I looked at Chaz, and I was like, my chest is smoked. Like, I cannot get any more. It's done. On to shoulders. On to some shoulder work. Big shocker, nothing but supersets here. So bent over rear laterals, I did 3 rounds of that. The goal was to get 20 total reps on all sets. So I did 20s, I got all 20. I did 25s, I got 15 and 5 partials. And the last one I think I got 10 full and then 10 partials. Right into band pull-aparts for 20. So I did 3 total rounds to start off my shoulder portion of the day. Next up, dumbbell side laterals, supersetted with seated banded side laterals. So I was trying to get 12 to 15 on the side laterals and then sit down and do 12 with the band. And if you look there with the dumbbell, I'm going out to my side, where with the band, I'm kind of going more to 10 and 2. So it's getting a touch of front delt, very similar to like a Y raise, but it's still coming off of those dumbbell side laterals. Going into it, my side delts are getting pumped like crazy even more off of that. So a little bit of carryover there of side and front delt before I get into the final rotation of rear delts. Now this next one is something if you follow my Instagram, you've seen me start to do, is gonna be a high rear lateral, 15 of those, and then immediately I'll just kind of take a step back from the weight stack, and then the next thing I'm trying to drive down towards my hip for a total of 15. Now, I failed miserably because my shoulders were just crushed at this point, because I did 3 rounds of that rotation of side laterals and banded side laterals. So by the time I got over this rear delts, like, I was crushed. So ended up getting 15 high, and then I just take a step back and then go 15 where I'm trying to drive down to about the middle of my rib cage. This is trashing my rear delts. I did 2 rounds of that, and if you notice on the second portion, I think I ended up getting like 10-ish, and then I just finished with the partials until I got all the way to 15, because I'm not gonna lose any reps. I'm gonna stay in the zone, pump it out, and just put the finishing touches on my rear delts. Last thing here, guys, I wanted a little bit of triceps, so I did 5 sets of anywhere between 12 and 20 reps of this prime spreader bar. I just got this on Saturday, and I was looking for a reason to use it, honestly. And I thought, you know what, let's just do a full push day, throw some triceps at the end. So I ended up doing 5 total sets here with 30-second rest periods with the spreader handles. If you notice, I kind of just took a step back from the weight stack, did these very similar to the way John used to show us how to do the dual rope push down. So again, step back, tilt forward, and then trying to drive my hands down towards my quads. So that ended the entire session. I think all in all, it took us about 95 minutes. Again, it was an absolute blast, pouring sweat, cranking. Everything felt great. I mean, honestly, right now, food's going down easy. Training, the weights are going up. Probably a little too quick, but I'm not gonna complain about that. I'm just in a really good groove. So I'm gonna keep this up. Another great session for you guys. Not breaking it up into chest and shoulders like I have been doing on the channel. So I thought I'd throw it a longer formed, full on push day. So if you do push pull, this would be a great opportunity for you to copy this workout, get better, get bigger, get stronger, then go home and smash your meal. If you like this video, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Christmas TV.